As soon as I hear a familiar voice, the reporter goes even stronger. I drove a cup in one go. I opened my mouth to tell them I'm just passing by. You're here to see me, right? Come on in. Overwhelmed by a manic enthusiasm, I find myself being pushed into a cooking club room without any saving matter. Right. Thinking perhaps some claimed cooking was my special skill, to compete against my Amitié partner's talents, I asked the elder Saki twin if I could have a trial date with a cooking club. However, I gave a wok a shake and transferred a map of tofu into a broad Chinese-style plate. This is all no good. At one glance I can tell the consistency is all wrong. The degree of amusement and of tone irritates me. I guess you and I are on a par. We're gonna get along, compadre. Taken captive by the always troublesome Yatsura-senpai, found my silly notions about picking up a new skill scattered to the four winds. Oh, I can tell from looking at yours as it's too spicy. I've been so proud of my creation. Oh, you've hit me where it hurts. I'm no good at cooking. That's unexpected. I knew she belonged to a cooking club. I'd heard she only showed up from time to time, but I still assumed she, my shrewd upperclassman, would have been a dab hand in the kitchen. I get what you're trying to say, but cooking is intuitive. I'm not saying effort is wasted, but progress comes at a snail's pace. Huh? Maybe because I had such trouble when adding the dissolved potato starch. It's now separated from the tofu as solidified. Looking at my own map of tofu, I can't exactly laugh at Yatsura-senpai. But with the help of my teacher, I've learned to make a hamburger steak. That's pretty great, don't you think? Sounds like an awful lot of effort. I nod meekly and Yatsura-senpai flashes me a cheerful grin. But my teacher, that would be Suoh-kun, really is fantastic. You learned from her? Oh right, she's a member of a cooking club too. She's not here today since she has library duty, but she's an excellent cook. Actually doesn't look like the Sasakis are here today either. I told them not to come. Thinking I'd probably fail a bunch of times, I'd asked them to spare me the humiliation of staying away from today. I'm too proud of my weaknesses on full display in front of acquaintances. Well, I suppose it's a good thing we're not here. Now I get you all to myself, Yaegaki-kun. You swing that way, Yatsura-senpai? Which way? I have no idea what you mean. Oh, really? It's not a joke if no one laughs. Is that so? How unfortunate. I didn't even thought you'd be second funniest after Suoh-kun. So you were type to rank your friends. Yeah, you're jealous? I surreptitiously resist her hand as she tries to thread her fingers through mine. I can never tell if she's being serious or not. I'm grateful, you know. For what? Bring the sparkle back to Suoh-kun's eyes. I couldn't do it. Be grateful if you could. I heard enough people thanking me. Tell her that President Masaki has already said the same. And so is she in a roundabout way. She forces a smile and pulls away from me. I must be getting old, repeating the same things over and over. Now let's clear this up and give it another try. What's my tofu? It's going to wreck my taste buds. Good seeing things through, Yaegaki-kun. Alright, let's switch. We'll swap out our mixtures and happily take a spoonful of my lumpy concoction. Is it okay? Bored of a regular old taste, I tried making it with sliced pork instead of a usual ground meat. I feel like I've managed a proper mapo tofu, especially with a wonderful fragrance of scallions, which I added in the end. Well, let's give it a taste. Then she drops a spoon of it directly into a wok, scoops a steaming mixture into her mouth. If I have to marvel at her asbestos mouth, it's her evaluation of my cooking that interests me. Pretty good. Potato starch and congeal this time, you've improved. I've had a taste of it myself, the shouting rice wine I've added for a little seasoning enhances the overall flavour. And the outcome is one I can definitely be pleased with. Great work. Perhaps this could be one of your special talents. My motivations coming here have been to acquire matching skills to those of my amity partner. When all's said and done, it might be better to accept that I'm not a natural chef, considering my many failed attempts at making mapo tofu. What's the matter? You got them in the end, cheer up. I messed up again. Yashiro-senpai guffaws, but I'm painfully aware of his stares of the other club members. I use all these ingredients and I'm only here for a trial one. There are several attempts I made, but Yashiro-senpai is on top of that. Try to ignore the other looks, I can't help but sigh. It's not like I can exactly refer to something I've barely managed as a skill. There's no small feature able to whip something up edible with so little training. Did you cook back at home? Unless you knew her, you'd think she was being sarcastic. I gotta tease her. Although she's gonna tease me back, whatever. I sense she's being self-deprecating. I wasn't even allowed to touch her eyes back home. Yashiro-senpai looked disheartened when she hears that. It's because I was cooking together with you, but it turned out so well. You provided me incentive. I try offering her some comfort. Yaegaki-kun. I tend to overthink things. I have to have all the measurements and ingredients amounts perfect. And then, when I'm adjusting everything to perfection, I ruin the actual cooking. Notice you didn't measure anything out by eye. Right. When I took a leaf out of your book and tried approximating, it was a big success. It's all thanks to you. I see, she says, and flawless silver eyebrows knot. Was my compliment too convoluted? Socrates said the unexamined life isn't worth living, but cooking's not philosophy. A cheerful smile back at last. Take a spoonful of her mapo tofu. Certainly too spicy and she's overdone with garlic, but the overall flavour comes down to personal taste. Thanks. I resist the urge to gulp down some water and flash her head, cat-like smile in response. Now then, let us begin the taste testing session. You are cooking club members all voice their agreement to Yashiro-senpai's proposition. Everyone samples each other's foods and compares, diligently making notes as they go. As I watch them. Yashiro-senpai. While someone managed to put together a successful plate of food, I can only conclude the idea of having explored my special skill is a non-starter. It appears I don't have any actual aptitude for cooking. I'm not as passionate about it as the rest of the club members either. You need at least one of her two to really excel. Delicious. Add a small slice of bite into the Sichuan style twice cooked pork. Thinking perhaps I could take pride in a special skill, I peek in on the choir club as they're practicing, but no. Let's say they'd like something, you'd do well at it. In my case, though, so to imagine myself actually up there singing with them, I end up voicing vehement refusal out loud. Guess I'll just head back. Mutter myself, making a beeline back to the dorms. I get a feeling that something's happened. What do you mean? Sister Basket stops washing my legs. I'm a teacher. I can always tell when something's bothering you, Miss Yaegaki. She smiles softly at me. And there I was thinking I'd never let it show. If I may, Miss Yaegaki, you really shouldn't lie. It both goes against the church's teachings. It hurts me personally. For her best lies make it to the very top. I want to talk back, but I'm not in the mood to try to cracking jokes with Sister Basket. I mean, he nod vaguely. So what happened? You were looking ever so gloomy. I find myself instinctively patting my cheeks, wondering just how obviously I was pouting. Sister Basket elegantly covers her mouth with her hand to hide a smile. Would you mind talking about it with me? With prompting, I tell her about my earlier conversation with Saki's. Now it led to me trying to acquire a special skill. I leave out a part about how it's all related to Takasaki. I'd say, but you are already an avid reader, Miss Yaegaki. I don't think I can really count as a talent. Maybe as a hobby? It's not the same thing. She follows her brow with difference in nuance. Starts back at washing my legs, her hands creeping into dangerous territory. Maybe because her mind's also wandering. Ugh. I know. How about recital? Come again. I'd assume she understood why it didn't consider reading as much of a skill. I find myself questioning her rather frankly. Recital? Reading aloud? Heard it isn't. It's the sort of thing you have to do if you work in a public library. Yeah, that's indeed one example. Stick my tongue out in distaste, turning back to a time I once went along to my elder sister to volunteer at a reading circle. I don't really want to force little kids to listen to me read. Yaegaki? That's the idea, but I don't really think it is for me. She closes her eyes in disappointment. Everyone has things they're just not suited to. Can't ignore that. I change the subject by informing my sister Basket that it's almost time for your upperclassmen to turn in the baths. Singing? Wake up sluggishly to a faint but clear rhythm already worming its way into my sleeping brain. Window slightly open due to heat. There's wafting a pleasant cool breeze along with a curious sound where you wouldn't even recognise the singing unless you listen very closely. She sure is dedicated. As I was sleeping in my eyes, I recall having gone to a chapel yesterday on my request for a special skill of my own. I feel my cheeks flushed hotly as I pictured myself singing whilst wearing a cute uniform of a choir club. No. Hideously embarrassed by this image, I pull my covers over my head to block out the singing. It's hot and humid, with still numbing drowsiness tugging at my brain. Dark and quiet, it's not long before I fall back into a calm sleep. A cloud of the shape of a cat floats above a distant forest. The sky is a bright clear blue and a large fluffy cloud forming a cat's head stands out in sharp relief against the ridgeline. Today is going to be another hot one, I think, as I gaze out the window, the sun beating down relentlessly when I hear a voice. My favourite classical warrior. Turn forward to look at her. I see her smiling, both her hands clasped in front of her, as though creating some precious gem. Next weekend there's going to be a recitation. I was wondering if anyone would be interested in participating. A bewildering silence falls over the classroom. This is Adalia. I'm not quite sure what you mean. The president raises her hand and asks for a clarification on the class's behalf. Sister Basket clasps her hands together, looking bashful. Oh yes, of course, I recital this event where different texts are read out loud. I mentioned it to you, didn't I, Miss Yaegaki? Yeah. She catches me off guard and nod hurriedly, though the present still looks like she wants more of an explanation. The Academy holds 2 recitals each year, one of summer and one of winter. It's an old tradition here. After hearing this, she finally seems satisfied and nods. A recital doesn't simply involve reading the story of a poem out loud. It also has to contain plenty of emotion, so a text really resonates in the audience so they understand the meaning behind the words. It's recommended as a means of gaining a deeper understanding of the Bible as well. I see. Since it wasn't included in the Academy brochure, I wasn't sure what it was. There may be a traditional event here, it's not such a big one. That probably wasn't even included, however. Mastering a skill like this is very beneficial when you're interested in work that involves speaking to the public, such as nursing or local government. Sister Basket's explanation has taken a relatively mundane turn, but the president is still nodding along. So Dali, is there an event for me held next weekend? Does that mean we're all participating? No, there's no set number of participants. Anyone who wants to join may do so. Going by my classmates' whispers, the majority seem to find the idea interesting, but also a bit embarrassing. There's a school for respectable young ladies, after all. Not many who are inclined to take the initiative and get up in front of an audience. Oh, but while there any number of students can participate, we'd all be reading from the same text, so if there's too many people with roles, you may want to divide some of them. Looks like my class. If you're up to playing multiple parts, then it's fine to enter alone. Her eyes narrow as she smiles at us. Realising this means we'll go up on stage with very few people, but chatter immediately tapers off. Aren't you going to volunteer? Why would I? I thought you liked books. Takasaki's way up a marker turned to her, saying, that's a difficult choice. You know what? I really can't decide. I'm going to leave myself thinking about this one for a while. Tune in next time to see what I pick. Until then, thanks for watching. Bye bye.